Friendships are built on trust, loyalty, and mutual respect. But sometimes, situations arise that test those bonds in ways you never expected. This is the story of how I lost one of my closest friends because of a situation I never wanted to be a part of. Over the summer, my best friend and his wife invited me to a music festival. Originally, it was supposed to be a big group gathering, but as things often go, people bailed last minute. What was meant to be a fun getaway with friends turned into an awkward third-wheel situation, but I tried to make the best of it. From the first night, something felt off. My friend's wife was unusually flirty with me. At first, I thought she was just being friendly, but the comments she made throughout the night suggested otherwise. She kept telling me how good I looked, how she had always thought I was attractive, and how she wished she had met me first. I laughed it off, assuming it was just the alcohol talking. We were all drinking, shotgunning beers, and taking shots together. I thought she was just being playful, but looking back, the signs were there. That night, I woke up to something completely unexpected. My friend's wife had climbed into my bed and was kissing me all over. I was in a haze, still groggy from the drinks, and honestly, I don't even remember much beyond the initial shock. I pushed her off and told her she needed to leave. The next day, I tried to keep my distance, hoping it was just a drunken mistake, and that she would feel embarrassed enough to pretend it never happened. But she didn't. If anything, she was even more persistent. She kept flirting, staying close to me at all times, and making suggestive comments whenever my friend wasn't paying attention. That night at the festival, she was practically glued to my side. She kept taking selfies with me, laughing a little too hard at my jokes, and finding every opportunity to touch me. It was uncomfortable, but I didn't want to cause a scene. I figured if I ignored it, she would back off. When we got back to the Airbnb, things escalated again. My friend was distracted talking to some people outside, and she leaned in close, whispering that I should go to sleep, which was clearly her way of trying to get me alone in a room. I made an excuse and went back outside to avoid the situation. The weekend ended, and I hoped that would be the last of it. A week later, we were on a boat trip with the same group. This time, she was even more intoxicated and made her intentions crystal clear. She told me outright that she wanted me to herself, that she only tried to set me up with her friends because she wanted me but couldn't have me. She said she was tired of her marriage, that all she wanted was to have fun, and that she wished things were different. She kept getting closer, touching my arm, and making it obvious that she wanted me to reciprocate. I kept pushing her off, making excuses, and trying to keep my distance. But it didn't stop. At this point, I knew I had to tell my friend. It wasn't an easy choice because I knew it would destroy our friendship, but I couldn't pretend like nothing was happening. He deserved to know the truth. I sat him down and told him everything. I didn't sugarcoat it, and I made sure he understood that I never encouraged her behavior. As expected, he didn't take it well. He was angry, hurt, and in complete disbelief. Instead of confronting her, he chose to cut me out. I was blocked on everything, phone, social media, everything. They are still together, and as far as I know, she never faced any real consequences for what happened. Looking back, I know I did the right thing. It's easy to say I should have just ignored it completely or handled it differently, but in the end, honesty was the only option. Losing a friend is never easy, but I couldn't live with myself if I had stayed silent or, worse, given in to something that would have only caused more damage. If there's one takeaway from this experience, it's that true friendship should be built on trust and respect. And when those are broken, sometimes there's no going back.